even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve is. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my heart. Coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. Step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go! 70 Timberwolves.
Sending him on the dive. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go, shot. 19 Tiger, 19.
Setting up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this opening drive set it for 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up. To the air, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
The Titans in the nickel for 3rd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. And the Titans get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Back gets the handoff. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Chiefs get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
So first down from the 41. Here's again for Wright. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes now. Completed to his running back. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. All the left side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 43. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready up.
First and 10 from the 43.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. Design bootleg here. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards. It picks up the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Here we go. Set. Bronco leading. 70 Lions.
There's a dive up the middle. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 7-0 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break.
Ready, ready.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. This one's caught. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans start to fight back with their first points of this game. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Yellow! Yellow! Attack!
Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Yellow! Hey, 43!
Off play action, it's Mahomes. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Yellow!
Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And he didn't need much after making the recovery, did he? A step or two forward, and he gets him the 1st down anyway. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now it's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. Has some room to work. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. The in route complete. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back to the well again. He's tackled with the 1st down yardage. He gets 6 on that play, and the Titans have a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Nissan Stadium coming up.
Ready?
New set of downs from 37.
Ready?
1st down, play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Back now, pressure coming. The right side, caught by Smith. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Check 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Titans earn the chance to tie before halftime. The Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
46-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing again, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kevin Winston with the INT. And the Titans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it, that is a gold star effort.
24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
70, ready?
The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Panther 11, Panther.
Back to throw now. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Liking, 18, no. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. It's about 43 yards for it. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
Running right. Here's Wright. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Lobs this deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. This is all the way to the 13-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Hand off, running left, right. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Pistol now for Mahomes. He brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Titans in the dime. 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Charger, 19 Charger. Roll.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
A throw here on 1st. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. Ready?
On 1st down, they'll run. He's out in the clear. Racing down the left side. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grab the lead on their first series of the half.
I think that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans push their lead to 3.
Chiefs, 21.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Gets it to him on the screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
No one's around him. He's got space. Running down the left side. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready? Get it! 60! 19,
Right. Will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for second and goal. Right again. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a lead just before the end of the third. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
24.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Ready? 70, Panther Street. Panther, go.
Dive play straight ahead. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It is Titans football, and their postseason rides
ready?
on this quarter, partner, as they come in trailing.
70 Lions. Let's go now. Warriors, 70 Lions. Ready?
Go play action on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
19, come 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing again on second. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lion. Ready?
Here he is on 3rd and short. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Throw caught by his running back. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go. 65, 60, Cougar 19.
They're going to try and throw it here. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Check, Bobcat, check. Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
We've set it downs from 37.
Street, street. Ready, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Titans have a first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready. Mustang 19. 19 tight. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. On the move. Headed right. Runs the football outside. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Go.
Here's a throw. Jump off Popeye's back. He's inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans push their lead to 3.
Chiefs 21.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got it over the middle. Get some space around midfield. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. And it's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
This is right, running left. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
And it's 3rd down.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Chiefs trail by a field goal. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. We got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he gets him back what they lost on that penalty. 2nd and 10. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow, yellow. Attack, attack.
He gets it again. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
The Chiefs jump in front late. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Viking 18. Let's go.
He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know if he roughed him up, it cost him that catch.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
Throwing now. This one's caught. Smith has it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down.
18 Runner, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Deputy.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcat, 18 Pioneer. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 7.
Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Ready.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down.
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
Back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Nearing the last half minute of play. Now 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions. Trap 60, trap.
Working now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
19 Lions. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
19 Tiger, 19. 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate. Come 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Here he goes. Going to have this on 4th down. Taking a chance at the end zone. He connects downfield. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in where it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans push their lead to 3. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, here's the timeout after the sack. Had to take it, and they're down to just 1 final play.
Well, that's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So here in Nashville, the Titans